Hi! Today I'm going to talk about cruising. This means traveling with a yacht or ship for entertainment. The first cruise took place in 1844 from London to the Mediterranean Sea. Only the richest part of society were able to afford first ship cruises. Later, cruises became more popular and affordable for wider audiences. This led to a growth in the cruise industry, resulting in yacht cruises development. Did you know that the term posh comes from cruise ships? Cruise line London, New York used abbreviation POSH on first-class tickets, which offered you a sunny cabin. That means port side out, starboard home. Traveling from London to New York, your cabin was located on the left side of the ship or port, but on the return route to home or London, your cabin was located at the right side of the ship, called port side. So if we know that the sunny side is south, then it is easy to predict which side of the ship will be sunny all the way. As you can imagine, the route from London to New York is almost straight with no turns for many days. We will take a closer look at the yacht cruise, the best way to connect to nature. You can feel like a wild bird which flies just a few inches above the ocean. If you love waters, this is the best way to take a deep breath with salty sea air and recharge your mental batteries. Dive into the world of freedom and happiness. If you want to wash away your stress and daily routine, the sailing cruise is meant for you. Longer yacht cruises are connected to several duties, and in most cases the skipper is engaged to deal with all of them before departure. The first thing is planning. You should find the time, crew and budget. Let's plan some longer route together. As always, first of all, you should choose the most suitable time of the year when the weather is good for longer trips and meets desirable conditions. Different regions had different weather conditions and weather windows for safe cruising. Find it using a cruising guide, pilotage books, and don't forget to find someone who has been on the same route and discuss all the details which can be useful for your planning. Sometimes small things are game changers which are not always found in publications. We will explore how to safely sail your boat and crew from Gibraltar, UK to Riga, Latvia. First of all, we measure the length using the Navionics web app, and it is about 2,500 nautical miles. If we are going non-stop with perfect weather conditions, we can use 5 knots of average speed for calculations. So 2,500 miles we divide with a speed of 5 knots and we get 500 hours to complete the trip. 500 hours are equal to 20 days of non-stop cruising. But there will be weather delays, some technical needs, or just fueling and sightseeing pit stops. From my experience, it is better to use 2.5 knots of average speed on long routes instead of 5, which can be used as the average for 1 to 2 day trips only. So we can estimate that a trip from Gibraltar to Riga will take you about 40 days, including days which you spend in marinas waiting for better weather, just exploring the city, fueling, filling up your water tanks or your fridges with additional food. You may lose a lot of time going to a marina for a crew change, so consider marinas which are closer to airports. Usually, summer is the best time for sailing in Europe, but anyway, double-check local weather conditions in a given time period. The best cruising season across a route is summer, which starts in May or June in Gibraltar and ends in August in Riga. Ideally, a trip should start at the beginning of summer but not later than the middle of summer. Otherwise, we risk getting some autumn storms close to our final destination. So maybe May is a good month to start your trip from Gibraltar to Riga. Next, you should find information about all potential dangers and special navigation conditions around and along your route. One of the most dangerous things are the orcas who play with sailboats. As a result of this game, there can be a broken rudder or even complete loss of the yacht. There are a lot of forum topics about that, and you should familiarize yourself with most of them. Also, webpage orcaiberica.org can be useful to get more information. Maybe this small detail can be the reason to cancel your trip. Other things that you should keep in mind are tides and currents. You should be able to calculate tide times, current speeds and directions. Most of the time you wish to sail with the current, not against it. We use a Navionics Boating app for plotting routes. But we discovered some new tools for route planning, SavvyNavy.com. This app and webpage will help you to calculate the best route based on weather and tidal data. The app will help you find the optimal departure time and other important data. They are not our sponsors, we are just suggesting them. To find suitable marinas, we use the boating app from Navionics and the Navily app. In my opinion, the Navily app is the best way to find good marinas and even book them, but Navionics is the best for navigation. For a weather forecast, we use windy.com. It's quite accurate and looks good, but only for online use. For offline, we use the Pocket Grip mobile app. When we are on shore, we use the Tricon app to track money and split crew expenses. Let's continue with the conditions. Previously, we talked about orcas. You can meet them only in the Atlantic part of your trip. Later you will deal with strong currents and heavy traffic. The English Channel or La Manche is the busiest area with the strongest tidal streams. If possible, avoid it in reduced visibility, bad weather or at night. The same I can say about the North Sea. Better to sail in good weather and daylight hours. There are a lot of wonderful places to visit and stay overnight. Brest, Dieppe, Guernsey and more. Search them at the Navily app. Be careful around Rotterdam, very busy traffic, and you should follow the specific harbour rules to cross entry. Check them. Later you will proceed to Kiel Canal, which also has specific rules and regulations. Before the Kiel Canal, it is recommended to visit Helgoland, a small German island, and in the Kiel Channel visit Rendsburg. Keep in mind, for pleasure craft navigation in the Kiel Channel is allowed only at daytime and you should pay for that. Later, you will enter Baltic Sea and you can visit Denmark. Bornholm, Rønne, Svaneke and Nexø are favorite places. The next stop can be Visby, a beautiful medieval city on Gotland Island. Then 1 or 2 sailing days and you are in Riga, Latvia. Keep in mind, such trips need at least 3 people on board. The more, the merrier. And do not forget to visit skippercheck.net to validate your sea time and get a VHF cert.